Hello there, this is DBT, and these are the runs. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 9 in the global version, specifically in Android. And why am I making another video on this version so soon after I released a video? I think it was earlier this week. Well, it has to do with the new patch that just happened and the move that GameLove did that has surprised me to no end and pretty much has surprised everybody in the Asphalt 9 community. What am I talking about? Well, in a new patch, you know that there's always new cars that get added into the game and, you know, some information about what's coming and all of that stuff. We will look at those cars in another video. The main thing right now is the release of the new Lamborghini car. The Lamborghini Revuelto. Oh yeah, it got added in the game. Now, if you don't know anything about this car, it's basically the new V12 platform by Lamborghini, which was actually just revealed yesterday. And the whole thing about the platform, I'll just try to give you a very brief description. A platform for Lamborghini, well, a platform for a car, it's basically the base car that will be later used to build other cars. For example, there was the platform for the Murcielago, which later was used to obviously build something like the Murcielago Roadster, the Murcielago Super Veloce, the RGT. Then there was also the Aventador platform for the regular Aventador, Aventador SV, SVJ. It also was the platform for the Centenario, the Cyan. A lot of recent Lambos are based on the Aventador platform. This is a new platform and it's the Revuelto. So this is the base Revuelto. Eventually over the years we will see more iterations of this car and different special editions and all of that. But for now, this is the newest and it is actually the proper first hybrid car that Lamborghini has done. While the Cyan and the 𝐅𝐄𝐄 are hybrids, those are very few. Those are few of cars. This is the first, you know, quote-unquote mass production B12 platform that Lamborghini is doing, that it's a hybrid. It's very, very interesting. Now, I know what you're thinking. This looks a little bit like the Cyan with these headlights. And in fact, if you look at it closely, you might even say that this looks like the Centenario taillights, the Centenario diffuser. So you can see a little bit of the design language of previous special edition cars that Lamborghini has done. And that's basically what Lamborghini does. For example, there was the Murcielago, and then there was the Aventador, but in between there was the Reventon, and the Reventon used some design elements that would later be seen in the Aventador. Let me give you a quick sample. Now, this game only has a Roadster version of the Reventon, but it's still a pretty good way of looking at it. If you look at the Reventon, from behind, it looks very much like a Murcielago. It looks very, very similar to a Murcielago, but if you look at it from the front, it looks a lot like an Aventador, and that is because this was based on the Murcielago platform and they added some new design. For example, this pointy front and the shape of the encasing for the headlights, and this would later be seen in the actual Aventador. If I get to it, there it is. The pointy front and the shape of the headlights. So that is why I say that that's what Lamborghini does. They kind of create a special edition of cars that later are used in the new platform, as is the case with the Revuelto. So anyway, why do I say that this is such a big deal? Why am I making a big deal out of this entire thing? Well, this is a new Lamborghini car, and you know how GameLove is with their new cars, like when they added the 𝐅𝐄𝐄, a fancy car that was basically impossible to get because you needed a ridiculous amount of cars, rare cars at that, in order to acquire this car, and even then it wasn't sure. It was such a nightmare, so basically very few people got it. So when I saw that the Revuelto was added in the game, I thought, oh man, here we go again with a car that you cannot acquire. But that's not the case at all. If you already downloaded the patch, head on to seasonal events, go into the Revuelto seasonal events, go into stage 1. Look at that. You can literally get the key by just finishing a race with a free try car. The only car that is easier to get than this, it's the Mitsubishi Lancer. This is the second easiest car to get in the entire game. Now granted, you can only get it while this is going, and this thing is gonna last like around a month, right? This event is gonna last a little bit. Well, obviously, people that missed on it right now are gonna miss it forever. Probably. I don't know how it's gonna work in the future. But right now it's ridiculously easy to get the car. Granted, obviously, you get the key, so you get the car at 1 star. That's not necessarily amazing, but you get the car. That's much more than I can say about the 𝐅𝐄𝐄, or rather any car in this game. It's unbelievable. And that is what I said that it is to me really, really incredible that Gameloft did this. And honestly, it gets me thinking, you know what, let's do a race with this thing so you can look at it. Yeah, it says that I've already done everything. Doesn't matter, I want to drive it. Like I said, the �𝐄𝐄 was such a nightmare to acquire. I couldn't get it myself. Maybe on the Switch where I have a better garage and everything, maybe I'll be able to get it over there, but still, the requirements are ridiculously high. So I always wonder if that was good promotion for Lamborghini, because obviously Lamborghini is interested in doing promotion for their cars. And the 𝐿𝐄𝐄, well, yeah, promotion for a fancy car that probably 99.9% of the players of this game won't be able to drive it in real life, or own it rather. Probably not drive it either. But still, I think you get... Oh, no, I'm gonna fall. Jesus Christ. I'm fine. So I always thought that it was a very strange move to try to make promotion of a car by making it impossible to get. And obviously that was a Gameloft decision to make that car impossible to get. I wonder if if Lamborghini had anything to do with making Gameloft make this car much easier to acquire. I have no idea what happened behind the curtains, but it does seem like a very weird thing, very rare. Actually impossibly rare to get a car like this for free. And on top of that, like I said, it's at the top. Did I say it? It's at the top of Class B. Now, you might be thinking, no, it's just Class B, but it's possibly the king of Class B at the moment. It goes even higher than any of the other Class B cars that have been added. And there it is. What a beauty of a car this is. So let me show you real quick the position of the car compared to all the others. Now, granted, I don't have every single car, but this will work to see it. Obviously, Porsche 911 GT3 RS, 48 Challenge Evo, the Evija, the F1 LM, W12 Coupe, the Huayra R, and all the way at the top is the Revuelto. Now, I have it at 2 stars. I was able, obviously, like I said, I was able to get the key, so I got it at 1 star. And then I got some absurdly ridiculous good drops in that X10 pack. Actually, I bought 2 X10 packs, or times 10. And in the first one, I got 9 blueprints. In the second, I got 27 blueprints. Because I got 6 here, 15, and another 6 further ahead in this same 10 pack. I just didn't take a screenshot of that. So I got so many blueprints that I was able to take the car to 2 stars. And in fact, you can see I have it already at 14 out of 34. So yeah, that was rather surprising. I really got some pretty amazing luck. Now the situation here is that now I have more tokens that I could spend on that, except that now these packs are locked behind conditions. When I claimed the car and when I bought them, this wasn't locked with conditions, so I was able to just straight up buy the packs, and that's what I did. I was able to buy 2 packs of the 10s. If I had more tokens, I would have bought more, I promise. But anyway, I don't know that I'll be able to get to the 330 conditions, because this event is a very strange one. First of all of the stage are locked at the same time. All of them, you can do them right away. It's not like per day. You can see all of them have March 30th. Now the situation with this is that it requires Lamborghinis. This is exclusively a Lamborghini event, but it requires just about every Lamborghini in the game. Something easy like a Centenario, well, you can see I already completed the entire thing. Something like the Asterion, also easy to do. But for example, the Veneno, I only have it at 3 stars. So while I was able to get some more blueprints for the Veneno, these packs that have only Lambo blueprints, I don't have enough to get an additional blueprint for the Revuelto, or maybe some tokens. And that is the case with pretty much any other car from here onwards, where I just don't have them at the required stars. For example, over here. I need this car at 4 stars in order to get 1 blueprint for the Revuelto. But you know what I can do? I can actually get this pack, because like I said, this pack has only Lamborghini blueprints. Pretty much all of the Lamborghinis. Unfortunately, just 1 blueprint, but hey, let's see what we can do over there. So, and actually I do have to finish it with the Revuelto, don't I? Yeah, in order to get this pack, you need to finish the race with the Revuelto. So it's a good pretext to continue using this beauty. So yeah, overall, even if I had gotten the car only at 1 star, I would still be happy, because again, having the car, it's already something that you're not really able to do in normal situations in this game. It's rather unbelievable. So I'm happy about it. I don't know how the rest of the season is going to be, although apparently there's going to be a car hunt for the Aston Martin Victor and another car hunt for the Bugatti EV110. Now this is interesting to me, because the Victor you know that it's a 6-star Class A car, and it's actually a pretty good Class A car at that. So I say because I do have it on the Switch and I have it at 6 stars, and man, that thing is actually pretty good. And it was a Legend Pass long time ago, and then I think it was made available at some point. No, I don't think. No, this will be the first time that the car is seemingly available as a free-to-play play. Because there was a hunt for it, but it was a legendary hunt, meaning that you needed the Legend Pass, and that was, again, a couple of years ago too. Or rather, like a year ago, whatever it was. So yeah, the Victor, a lot of people will be able to get a nice 6-star Class A car if you do the car hunt. Now granted, it does require a gajillion blueprints, but I think it's worth the grind, and if you're willing to spend a little bit of money, it might be even worth to get the TLE pass to make the hunt a bit more bearable. And like I said, also a hunt for the Bugatti EB110, which is an Elite C-Class. Who will say no to having an Elite C-Class, right? Well, that's the way I look at it. So yeah, apparently some other good stuff is gonna be coming. Ooh, a blueprint for my Veneno, nice. Some other interesting stuff is coming to the game, and what can I say? I'm honestly really surprised about this whole thing. Did I already do the race here? Okay, I did. Oh, how about over here? I think I haven't done. Yeah, I haven't done the race with the Revuelto. All right, let's do it, just for the sake of continuing using this thing. Also, let's have a quick look at the colors. We have the default orange, white. This green, very Huracan in my eyes. We got some. Is this like satin matte black? I mean matte black. I don't know. Whatever it is. We got blue. This color I really don't like. I don't know if this was supposed to be the same tone of green that the Cyan has, but it looks terrible over there. Then we got some yellow, glossy. We got some bluish silver. I think it's more silver than blue. And we got purple. So far, I think my favorite remains to be orange, because you know I love orange cars, but maybe we should change it to green just for the sake of trying. Now, as far as the design of the car, like I was saying, this is very much a Lamborghini in its wedge shape. You can see by the shape that's a Lamborghini, and that is one thing I love about them. The strange consistency of that, I really like it. Like I said, you can see this Y shape coming from either the Terzo Millennio. Maybe you can argue that it comes from the Cyan. Then you also have over here on the back, like I said, did I say this? Yeah, the Centenario and all of that. I really I'm starting to like this car, and I said that I'm starting to like because there had been already leaks, not the game, but leaks in the real world about what the car would look like, and I wasn't super convinced about it. In fact, I did not love the position of this exhaust, and to this moment I'm still not fully convinced, but it's actually growing on me. The more I look at the car, and in fact when you're driving the car, this thing looks amazing. So overall, I'm really liking it, and I mean, it's a Lambo, and this is the Lambo that we're gonna be seeing, like I said, for many years. Because being a new platform is the one that Lamborghini is going to continue to be building on top of for quite a while. So really excited to see how this is going to eventually evolve over the years. But for the time being, man, this is kind of like when the original Aventador, the LP700, was released, that everybody was like, oh, it's the new thing. And we just didn't know how much it was going to be changing over time. But we could kind of guess, well, we're back in this place. So who knows, maybe it'll take another 10 years before we see another new platform by V12 platform by Lamborghini. Although, to be completely honest, the way that the car industry is going, this might be the last V12 platform that we see. I mean, not the last V12 Lamborghini, because like I said, they're going to build upon this. But I doubt there's going to be another V12 full-on platform, because maybe at that time they will be forced to go fully electric. But anyway, that's a problem for us in a decade from now. I mean, for now, we get to enjoy this beauty. Now, obviously, here in game, it still has the classic sounds that you expect from Lamborghini, from the V12 Lamborghinis in the game, right? Which is not an amazing sound, but at least it's not as bad as some other in the game. But look at this car. Look at this beauty from behind. Oh, man. I'm telling you, it's actually growing on me. I thought I didn't like the exhaust, but the more I look at it, it's like, you know what? I do like it. What can I say? What can I say? And that should give me another pack of Lambo blueprints. Hopefully it's gonna be again for a Lambo that needs the blueprints, and it's not gonna give me blueprints for a car that I already have maxed out. Please, game. Just be cool to me, please. Oh, okay, never mind. For the Hurricane Super Trofeo, it's fine. So yeah, overall, this special event, I'm not gonna be able to make too much progress. I mean, I'm gonna get a bunch of... I'm gonna try to do everything that I can. But the reality is that, yeah, for a lot of these cars, I don't have them at max stars. So I won't be able to get more blueprints for the Revuelto, because that is the main thing over here. You can get blueprints for the Revuelto, but only with the cars pretty much at max stars. This thing, for example, at 5 stars, only then you can get 2 blueprints for the Revuelto. And if I could get all of that, maybe I could take my car to 3 stars, which would be dope. But I don't know if it'll happen. But yeah, this whole thing was quite a surprise to me. Now, can I go into multiplayer with my Revuelto? Problem is, I have it only at 2 stars, so it's not gonna perform well. And on top of that, I'm gonna be matched against Class A cars. But hey, just wanna drive my new beauty. It's not listed. They don't let you use it on this season. Okay, well, cannot use it in multiplayer. Never mind. So I guess we can use it in career. I think we can. Actually, I just forgot that I have a free refill, so might as well do that. So we have tickets again to continue doing some more races over here in the special event. Excuse me, seasonal event. Why did they have to change the name from special to seasonal? Either way, this one is dedicated exclusively to the Revuelto. Now, unfortunately, you cannot get blueprints here, but hey, I need to get the conditions anyway. So I need some drift and beat race time and good position. All right, and it's a free try at golden stats. Now, if we want to talk about the stats, you can see over here, top speed is really high for a Class B car. It's not the highest, but it's pretty high. This is the average top speed for a Class A car. So the fact that this is B, it's pretty good. Really, really good acceleration. In fact, I would dare to say it's probably one of the best accelerations of Lamborghini, if not the best in this game. And that makes sense because this being a hybrid and all of that, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Handling seems pretty good. Nitro is considerably bad. It's not good at all. So that is curious because Lamborghini for the most part seems to have some pretty decent nitro in this game, but hey, it made it up for it with the acceleration. So who knows? Maybe with the acceleration, even at low stars, it could do something relatively worth it. I have no idea, but I guess we're gonna have to find out over time once the car is available to be used in regular multiplayer. And that's why I want to take it to 3 stars. That would be the ideal situation, because I think at 3 stars is when cars really start becoming competitive. Not that they're amazing or anything, but at 3 star, whether it's a 6 or 5 star car, at 3 star I think that's where they really start kind of like shining. And I may have just picked the worst route ever there. Okay. To this day, I'm still not super familiar. Oh, what am I doing? Oh. I'm still not super familiar with this track, and it is kind of laggy. So make of that what you will. Look at this thing. I'm telling you, man. And like I said, I will make also another video at some other point. Actually, you know what? Let me know in the comments if you want to see a video where I go over the rest of the cars of the season, my thoughts on them and all of that. You know that I'm not an expert on this game by any means, but I can give you my uneducated opinion on them if you want to see it, but you'll have to let me know in the comments. And while I'm asking you to do stuff, why don't you hit the like button? That also helps me, so come on, do it for me. Oh yeah, look at this, look at this. One thing I'll say about the design of the car, it looks very smooth on the front, while it looks really rugged, or what would you say, not janky, what's the opposite of smooth? I don't know, whatever, on the back. So that is the thing that kind of catches my eye in a peculiar way, because, yeah, look at this, the front. Super smooth. The Aventador was way harder with the lines and the spikes and all of that. This is much smoother. When you look at it from the back, look at all these crevices and all of that. It's very different from the front and the back. Not that I don't like it, just it's interesting to look at. That's what I'll say. And like I said, at first I was originally not super sold on the position of the exhaust. Right now, as it is, the more I see it, the more, or rather the less I care about the position of the exhaust. I don't think it's necessarily terrible. I do like much more, for example, how the Centenario, the tail lights are pretty much all in the back of the Centenario, as opposed to this one that gets cut by the exhaust. But, you know, like I said, I'm not hating it too much. Alright, this time I'll go on the right because the one on the left seemed to be... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, I see. I see where the trick is. But yeah, I think this route is better overall, so long as you avoid those cars. Look, you can get a jump with some barrel rolls. Yeah, this is a better route. That other route just seems weird to me. Also, why don't you let me know in the comments what you think about the car? Not necessarily the car in the game. Well, if you want to let me know what you think about it being a Class B, but I'm more curious what you think of the design of the car. I know it's been divisive. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Some people seem to love it, some people seem to hate it. I'm looking at you, Abhinav. He was originally hating on this car, saying that it was... How dare you, Abhinav, saying that this car was compact. I told you, man. This, in fact, here's a little bit of trivia. This car is actually longer, slightly longer than the regular Aventador in real life. So there's that. It's not a compact, okay? It's just that some of the renders that people had made had some orthogonal perspective, and it made it look a little bit weird because that's what orthogonal perspective does to pictures. But it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, some people like it, some people don't. It's a Lamborghini, so of course I was gonna like it, but to be completely honest, I wasn't super sold on it. I did want to have a better look at it before I made my decision or my judgment as to, oh yes, I like it, oh no, I don't. And so far, I'll tell you, I'm liking it. Oh yeah. Now this season will end the current season, which is still the... What's it called? The Blossom something season? Cherry Blossom something? This season is still yet to end. It's still like another 5 days or so, so that might give me a little bit more opportunity to play multiplayer. And now, because I got the Legend Pass to get the tokens to buy more blueprints for this thing, and eventually I couldn't, but I will. Thanks to that, I will be able to advance a little bit more in the special event for the Torino? Yeah, the Torino. Not that I care about that car very much, I talked about it very recently. But I can get tokens from that, so I'm gonna do that. And as usual, I'll go back to my... okay. I'll go back to saving tokens, because, you know, that is how I do. So, yeah, it reminds me what happened precisely a year ago when it was announced the Raging Bull season and all of the stuff that was coming with it. That happened, obviously. They announced the new season at the end, very near the very end of the previous season. So when that happened, I also bought the Legend Pass right at the very end of the season before the important one, precisely to get a bunch of tokens from it. So yeah, when this new proper season begins, I'll have some tokens, and if I have more opportunity to get blueprints for this car, you bet I'll be trying to get them. Oh yeah. I was actually hoping that the MP2 season right now was gonna be precisely about this car, but not quite. We're not there yet. Right now, the MP season is precisely about the end of the previous season. So, but hopefully we will get a full golden stats free try season for this thing, because that will be pretty dope. Though, to be fair, when you just race this car against this car, you don't get much of an idea of how it performs. So hopefully there's going to be a bit of a mixture, maybe a Lamborghini of sorts season in there, mini multiplayer series. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, I'm pretty ecstatic about this. It's a new Lambo. Of course, it was going to put me in a good mood and put me in a much better mood, the fact that you can get it so easily. So yeah, like I said, if you haven't updated your game, go ahead, update it, and claim this thing, because man, I don't think we will ever see another situation where Gameloft is gonna just give away for free, 100% for free, a car. Like I said, now everybody will have this car. This is fine. The more Lambos on the road, the better. The real thing is, who's gonna be able to upgrade it? Well, only those who are willing to spend a bunch of tokens on it. I just find kind of funny. I thought that the Pagani Huayra R was gonna be the king of Class D for a very long time, but nope. This Lambo had just come to dethrone it. And honestly, I do believe that this was the doing of Lamborghini. Because man, I figured that they were gonna have to be trying to do a big push on marketing for this car, even in games, to, you know, raise awareness of what the new Lambo is. The same way how Porsche did a big deal in this game and also in Asphalt 8 and I don't know what other games where there was a lot of Porsche related stuff. Kind of the same idea over here. But yeah, that was basically the Lamborghini Revuelto. Again, don't love the name. I'll get used to it, but just knowing that it's called the Lamborghini Scrambled, it's a little bit weird, but either way, quite the beauty. And really happy that I was able to get it. So that's where I'm gonna leave it for this. You know what to do. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, all of that good stuff. Also check these other videos that I have made on Asphalt 9 and also on the Switch, because I also play a ton of that. I actually play that more. But that's all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye.